Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Are you craving for that special meal that will entice your taste buds and leave you with lasting, thrilling memories? Look no further. Spice Island Bulenga has got your answer. Natural, fresh and delicious juice, the best meals. Don't miss our daily specials from Monday to Sunday. Pizza Wednesday, Saturday Pizza Bonanza, you buy one and take two. Come dine with us and feel the experience. We are located at Prime Shopping Center in Bulenga, Mitiana Road. For inquiries, call us on 0704111720. Spice Island, we treat your cravings.
Fellow citizens, following the sequence of events, Uganda seems to be at political crossroads.
I'm not a servant of anybody.
Madam, I know the law.
As such, Alternative Digitalk brings you the Interface Show with retired Colonel Dr. Kiza Besuje.
Let's keep on the same page on Alternative Digitalk,
as he gives you the alternatives on the transition question, rule of law, human rights and freedom, youth inclusion in governance, economic stagnation, as he confirms.
I'll be always here, Saturday from 10 a.m. in the morning. Be there.
Don't miss the live discussion on the Alternative Uganda, Digitalk TV Facebook pages, and the Alternative Uganda YouTube channel.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Amacha amalungi abatukereddeko ku mpewo zaffe za The Alternative Digitalk. Farida Bikobere manya gange njagala okubaaniriza era okubategeeza nti twaguse dda toli live ku Facebook. Osobola otusanga ku The Alternative Uganda oba Digitalk TV. Ezo pages zonna bw'otusanga followinga tewerabira okunyiga notification button okubeera nga ate mukwano otufuna everyday essaawa zibeera 2 paka saawa 4 Ku Saturday tubeera ne shows endala naye mu week tuba tutandika sawa 2 zennyini nga twaguse dda ku simu yo, computer yo, tablet. For start logging into Facebook, nononya The Alternative Uganda oba Digitalk TV oba osobola okutufuna butereevu olunaku lwakusatu ennaku z'omwezi ziri 25 tuli mu January omwaka 2023. Njagala okubategeeza ati this January is a little different from the previous Januaries. Engeri gye gutambuddemu kale tegutulumiza nnyo mitwe. So njagala okubajjukiza nti it is the beginning of the year. Bamikwano mu setting. Abanoonya emirimu, this is the time. Go out there and look for what to do. Bwe buno obudde banayi tolinda mu July, tolinda February because abali mu recruiting, abali mu kuzzaawo abakozi abeegoba bebagobye bebawumuza. It is the time, this is the period okubanga ate organizations zetegeka okutandika omwaka mu maanyi. So gwe atambuza applications zo wandika as many applications as you can omale uzitambuze ne batanalanga chifombo they are open. Sometimes there are open positions there naye nga munaye tebannaziranga gwe teekayo buteesa application. You never know, oyinza okuteekawo omuntu omune yeegoba ne bakuyita. So try your chances, try your luck. Ffe twanoonyezanga emirimu ng'owandika applications zo nga 10 into 10 different organizations obeera oziteekayo buteesa ogenda okulaba by luck bakubidde nga bakuyitira kayi interview so ba mikwano mutambuze applications munonye emirimu mweyogereko, don't be timid, mubere have that confidence, and when you enter into someone's office weyogereko ekikututte temwetiririra. Abantu abamu banonya ka confidence ogenda okulaba this one will do nga kwagadde mu ka confidence naye abate wabadde position najikuteerawo ku Monday. Twavayo ne tulaba mawulire nga ku social media all over ne ku mainstream nga balaga nti omubaka Alan Sewanyana tali bulungi era nga ya transferring okuva eri mu prison hospital okubanga aleetebwa e Mulago main hospital. Era lawyer we omukulu Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago yavaayo n'agenda akuba olubulu ekigera amulabeko mu ddwaliro gye yali e Mulago. Ono yali alemeseddwa naye oluvannyuma ne bamukkiriza okugenda okulaba ku client we. Ono yali naye production warrant ng'era basuubirwa okulabika mu kooti y'e Masaka, High Court y'e Masaka olunaku lwa Tuesday, enaku z'omwezi ezabadde 24. Bano no baalabiseeko mu kooti era nga lawyer waabwe asaba baweebwe bail babeere ng'ate mukwano bawoza nga bava wabweru. Guno gwe mulundi ogwokubiri okubanga bail application egaana okuwulirwa, naye ekyesanyu ekirimu this time nti omulamuzi wa High Court ya 13th of February okubanga ate bawuliriza bail application ey'ababaka bano ababiri abamaze omwaka mulamba mu nkomyo oba mu kkomera nga bawere nemba n'emisango egy'ebijambiya egyali eri e Masaka. Naye era ono yakiriziddwa, omubaka Alan Sewanyana yakiriziddwa okubanga afuna specialized treatment okubanga alaba omusawo we ayawukanako ku basawo abali e Mulago ku lw'ensonga nti obulamu bwe si bulungi nnyo. Katusuubire nti on the 13th day of February bajja kukkirizibwa ababaka bano bawoze nga bava bweru kubanga ebbanga lye bamaze mu nkomyo si ddungi, I mean si ttono, ate ng'emisango gye bawere nemba najo tetunnakakasibwa nti oba baagizza bakyali ba suspect. So kijja kuba kyasanyu nnyo abantu bano bwe banaaweebwa bail okubanga ate bawoza nga bava wabweru. Awo yonno bwe tuvaayo ke Masaka nja kudda wano mu kibuga Kampala wali ku Apirant Hotel wabadde wasuubizibwa okubeerawo debate nga nno eno debate yabadde ekwatagana ku EACOP, East African Crude Oil Pipeline. Nno amafuta okubategeeza ekyesanyu nti gatandikiddwa, twagaggyeko akawuwo olunaku lwa yesterday, gatandikiddwa okudrilling bwaba okusimwa. So nno abakulu mu opposition okuli omukulu Dr. Kizza Besigye n'omukulu wa NUP, President wa NUP Bobi Wine babadde bategesewo ka debate wali ku Apirant Hotel kubanga banyumyamuko ku impact y'amafuta gano. Bano bagenza okutuuka ku kifo kibabadde babokenze okubeera ne debate yaabwe nga baha basajja bakisazeeko dda era ne babategeeza nti temulina clearance eraga ebakkiriza kubeera mu kifo kino, tetumanyi bye mugenda kwogerako eyo munda. So Public Order Management Act wano nno batejja kusobola kukola bulungi. So n'olw'ensonga eyo y'ensonga lwaki tetugenda kukubakkiriza kubeera ne debate. Nno kyo twalabyeko omukulu Dr. Kizza Besigye nga waanisiganya ebigambo ne DPC Wawandege y'akavidiyo ako kamukewulireko nawe ng'omukulu amutegeeza nti sebo taata tolina clearance, it is the only reason why tetubakkiriza kubeera nti mubeera ne debate yammwe egenda maaso. Omukulu ali mu byuma kabayisizeewo kavidiyo ako nammwe mukewulireko nga bawaanisiganya ebigambo ne DPC Wawandege ya police station.
Bakola kiro na misana babatirayo bakomawo wano ng'esente zaabwe zonna baazippa nga tebalina kye baakolera, naye ng'era bakyabakozesa mu kujja kulinnyirira eddembe lya buli omu. N'olwekyo n'abasirikale oba bapoliisi bano abasula enjala, abasula mu kaabuyonjo, tebalina mayumba mwe basula, abatalina abaana baabwe gye basomera, abatalina bujjanjabi, bonna kitukakatako ffenna awamu beetoolodde ne basituka ne beerwanako baleme kubuuza nze kyenzizaako. Igwanga lino si lyange lya buli omu.
Weewaawo naabo babadde wali ku Apirant Hotel we babadde basuubirwa okubanga debate yaabwe egenda mu maaso naye ate ne batakkirizibwa. Kati nno olaba bakugaana indoor activity kati olwe munesitwa ne mugenda ku street tekigenda kuba kikalu nnyo. Nno kino kikolebwa naye nga First Son General Mahoth Rugaba ye ali mu kutalaga ggwanga ng'akyalina birthday celebrations zikyagenda mu maaso all over the country. Ye tagambwako ate tetumanyi lwaki ate abamu bakkirizibwa okukola ebintu ebimu ate abalala ne bagaanibwa. Deputy Speaker wa Parliament olwo nno tuba tugenzeko wali mu Parliament ya Uganda, the 11th Parliament, yavuddeyo n'abuuza lwaki abantu abano abali involved mu extorting money oba mu corruption scandals ku airport tebannakwatibwa, era ng'agamba nti airports ezimu in other countries zibeera under police ng'era aba policemen be bakola ku airports zino, ng'era yeebuuza lwaki abamu abali ku airport ey'Entebbe tebannakwatibwa ate nga obuvidiyo bwavuddeyo bubalaga faces tebajja kwekwasa nti ate abantu bano tebabamanyi zibalaga faces. Naye yo airport tenavaayo kugamba nti ate bamikwano bano abantu bemwalaze twabakutte oba bali ku police gyendi twabateeseko emisango bwe giti. Kaakati ono yavuddeyo n'agamba abakulu mu ministry ya works and transport n'agamba naye abantu bano abali involved in corruption and extortion of money ku airport ya Uganda abeetaaga okubanga bagombebwamu obwala basibweko emisango era bavunaanibwe. Era ono n'agamba nti asuubira Minister wa Works and Transport omukulu General Katumba Wamala okubanga avaayo ayogereko ku bintu ebyo oba ku ezo activities ezibadde ku airport era ayogereko eri bannayuganda abasuubize ne change okusinziira ku bibaddewo. So munnange gwasuubira okutambula airport yavaayo netegeeza nti wabaddewo 3 cases ezibadde recorded era abaali involved bagombebwamu obwala oba bakwatibwa mu mateeka, era nga kyaddirira whistleblower omu eyali omukyalo okuvaayo n'agamba nti bamugamba mbu she has a fake mbu alina fake papers naye kyagenda okuzuuka nti ate nga omukyalo ono baali bamwagala kumugyamu ssente. There are a lot of stories abaana bazisiyaringa. Omukyalo omu yagambye she was raped by a certain individual at the airport who is named Andrew. Ye yamanyako erinnya limu lya Andrew lyokka era ng'ono yagenda otuuka mu biyumba eby'e Saudi Arabia after 3 months ne bamulaba ng'ali lubuto era ne bamuzza wano ku bwabwo bwe. Kakati ekyennaku ekiriwo nti omusajja tayagala kumanya oba azaala omwana oba tomuyina era azamutiisatiisa nti bw'anaayogera nti he is the responsible for the baby ajja kubanga ate kyonna ekituuka ku famire ye takyejjusa. Stories nyingi abaana ze bazze basharinga ku airport eno era omuntu yali ebuuzizza lwaki abantu bano be bavuddeyo ne banokolamu ne bavaayo public ne bamanya tebannavaayo kutwalibwa mu mateeka era ne bakolebwako ng'amateeka gwe galagira. Ano ku Deputy Speaker we tukyatambulira mu Parliament yennyini yavuddeyo na directinga committee ya Parliament okuinvestigatinga amasomero olw'ensonga nti homosexuality eri craze naddala mu masomero nno ku lunaku olwokubiri lwolwo olwabadde olwa yesterday ng'ayogerako eri ababaka ba Parliament yavudde n'abategeeza nti kati amasomero ye recruitment centers okusinziira nga bwe kiri nti olaba abaana mu masomero. Let's give an example of Vienna High School. Abaana nga bavuddeyo in public baana bawala naye ng'omu ayambadde ng'omusajja nga balaga nti a couple era nga they are very proud. Ono yavudde n'ategeeza nti balina okunoonyereza bamanye kiki ekireetedde oba homosexuality cases okuincreasinga mu masomero era ani akivunaanyizibwako. So bamaam naye kino nno kigendera ddala eri abazadde namwe mufeeyo nnyo eri abaana bammwe olaba omwana alina obuyisayisa bw'otategeera abaana abo mwogere nabo mubakondeming abamu mulaba abaana bamwe simanya tomboy and you are leaving them to be like that eno bitandika mpola mpola bwe bityo abaana ne bononekera ddala bwe batandika okuzana characters ez'abaana abagala ng'omwana mulenzi bajja kugenda abamu bajja kuyitirayo ate bo abaana aba homosexuality for as long as they identify you bajja kutandika okuteekamu omusimbi otandika okulaba nga ate gwe teweetaaga munnange kutunula mabega so you see nti abazadde kibakakatako mmwe okubanga ate mwogera n'abaana bammwe bwe mbanga muba identifyinzeemu obuyisayisa obwo obutategeerekeka omwana mukondeming oba mulage nti ate munnaye kyoyagala okukola si kituufu yadde nga gavumenti yeeri munnange ya UK yavuddeyo neetegeeza nti abantu abakosa UK curriculum ensonga zino eza homosexuality zigenda kubanga zisomesebwa mu masomero agamu agalina UK curriculum ate ng'era mukozesa UK syllabus ntimwe era nga ziri compulsory nga si selective nti omwana asobola okuzirondako kati nno ekyo kigendera ddala eri emu abazadde abasomeseza abaana bamwe mu international schools nti nno mubeere bulindaala nnyo kuba ensi kati saawa eno eyo noonese kati awo nvuddewo kangendeko wali ku KCCA ababaka aba councillors bavuddeyo ne beekyakyana ne beekumamu omuliro olw'ensonga nti babadde basaba okunnyonnyolwa olw'omusimbi omungi oguteekebwa mu nguudo bano nno babadde basomeddwa ripooti emu omukulu Hakim Honorable Hakim ono ye secretary yavuddeyo n'asoma report eraga nti 1 kilometre in the city kilomita emu bweti egendako 10 billion okubanga ekolebwa kilomita emu ey'oluguudo egendako 10 billion average okubanga ekolebwa neggwa kati omuntu we yeebuuliza 10 billion zo esente ziragawa ku makubo amabi agali mu kibuga Kampala kino nno kyatabudde ba councillors era ne beekyakyala ne basaba okunnyonnyolwa lwaki esente zino mpitirivu nnyo ate nga amakubo gali ku standard ya wansi ddala bano bakumyemu omuliro abakulu tebabaddewo ne basalawo babanoonye mu offices zaabwe gye babadde batudde awo nno we basinkanidde n'abasajja aba anti-corruption card ne babakwata kukakana nga babaka basatu bakwatiddwa era nga bali ku police kakati omukulu ali mu byuma agenda tuwaayo ka video nga tuwulira ensonga zino ez'ababaka aba KCCA. Weewaawo ndowooza yeyo good representation gye twetaaga ffe ng'ababalonda tewabeerawo ekitagenda bulungi ate mwe bwe twateekamu obwesige bwe twawa akalulu kaffe muvaayo ne mubuuza lwaki ekintu kiri bwe kiti nno ababaka aba councillors tujja kubeebaza nti ate mwebala omulimu gwo byebyo bino byabadde bigenda mu maaso nga Lord Mayor w'ekitundu ali eri saidi z'e Masaka ali mu kuleebukana n'omusango gw'ababaka ba Segirinya n'omukulu Alani Sewanyana. Akati njagala okusembyayo neggulire ery'ennaku naye nga sinnalituka ku kanso kembayeko okugulira ery'omukyalo omu ayitibwa Kansime Harriet. Ono n'omukyala yavuddeyo n'ategeeza ensi nti ali mu kutundamu abaana be 6. She's selling, not giving away. She's selling her 6 children asobola okuba nti afuna akasente akamutwala e Canada okukola kati nenebuuza bwana atunda mu abaana ate sente zagenda okukola zigenda kulabirira baani kubanga bajja kuba babaguze. Ono yavuddeyo n'ategeeza nti yalina omulimu gwe as a single mother ng'ate omulimu guno gumuwa sente ne gumuwa n'obusobozi obusobola okulabirira abaana be ne basoma ate nga balya. Naye oluvannyuma olwa covid eyajjawo companies ezisinga ne downsizing ku staff, ono nno naye mwe yagendera ne bamugoba ku mulimu ate nga yena ategeeza nti ebbanga eryo lyonna abadde anoonya omulimu. Era ne yebuuza n'abagamba nti mujja kumubuuza yali tasevinga. Nategeeza nti yali asevinga obusente bwe era obusente buno bwe yasevinga ne wabeerawo omukwano gwe amubalirizaako nti waliwo wali omusajja atwala abantu ebweru okukola n'akwata obusente bwe miliyoni 7 n'agenda aziwa omusajja ng'amusuubiza okumutwala e Canada okubeera ng'akola. Kati ono bwe yamala okuwaayo miliyoni 7 omusajja n'amutegeeza nti maama ebulayo miliyoni 8 okubanga nkutwala. Kati ono kye yavudde n'agamba nti ne bwe ntunda ebyange byonna okubyemalako siroizinga yadde miliyoni 1 takyalina ssuubi, abaana be tebalya, abaana be tebasoma. N'agamba nti akikola si lwakuba nti abaana be tabaagala naye it is the only option she has. Omanyira nti embeera ekaaye mu Uganda kati naawe abazira kisama amafiina feno we tukuyitira ngamba be bana abakyala booba olina okuyamba. Sirowooza nti atunda baana be naye ndowooza yakikozesezza abantu mumukwatirwa ekisa ate musobola okubanga ate mumuyambo bamumudduukirira. Mu mawulire ag'ennaku munnaffe munnamawulire munnaffe ate nga abadde memba ng'akolera wali eri ku Bukedde TV oba ku Vision Group muna yatuvudde ku maaso olunaku lw'eggulo era ono yakedde nga ffe bwe tukedde olunaku lwa leero n'agenda akola kati nno yavudde mu n'agwa wansi bagenza kumutuusa mu ddwaliro nga takyasobola. Omuvubuka ono oba omwami ono abadde ayitibwa kati Yeleti abadde ayitibwa Nsamba Crash ng'akola ne Bukedde TV era abatemwe abawuliriza ababadde bagoberera amawulire ga Bukedde agataliiko nfumbadde mumuwulira nnyo eddoboozi lye ng'asaka amawulire abadde musasi w'amawulire mulungi nno okufa. That is how bad death is. Nti bw'ofa tutandika kwogerako mu past obadde bwoti kyannaku nti ate munange teyalutonze tetunnamanya kiki ekyamujje mu bulamu bw'ensi amangu ago kubanga abamu ku bakozi bavudde ne bategeeza nti munaye Nsamba teyalwadde yakedde na reportinga ku mulimu ng'abalala n'avaawo agenda anoonya eggulire eyo munange gye yanokodde n'agwa wansi ate munaye obulamu bwe ne butasobola kutaasibwa. Tunyolwa wamu ne famire y'omukulu Nsamba era tujja kusaba Mukama Katonda abagumye mukana akaseera si kangu okuviirwako omuntu bw'atyo. Naawe abadde alaba agafudde mu wiiki oba aga wiiki mukulu n'abadde atera okubeerako nnyo kati gwe abadde tamanyi osobola okunoonya ku buklips ate ojja kubanga omulaba bulungi abadde mukozi mulungi nnyo era ababadde bakola naye bamwogerako birungi byerere yadde bagamba mbu omufu tayogerwako bibi naye waliwo ane yafa ne bamwogerako ebibi ebiyitirivu. So tujja kusaba omwoyo gw'omugenzi omukama aguwummuze kisa. Wano nno ngenda okukomya updates zaffe tulyoke tuwummulemuko bwe tunaakomawo tujja komawo n'omugenyi waffe ate nja kuba negatiddwako omumbejja Lilian Lwede. Very good morning.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Fellow citizens, Following the sequence of events, Uganda seems to be at political crossroads.
I'm not a servant of anybody.
Madam, I know the law.
As such, Alternative Digitalk brings you the Interface Show with retired Colonel Dr. Kiza Besuje.
Let's keep on the same page on Alternative Digitalk,
As he gives you the alternatives on the transition question, rule of law, human rights and freedom, youth inclusion in governance, economic stagnation, as he confirms.
I'll be always here Saturday from 10 a.m. in the morning. Be there.
Don't miss the live discussion on the Alternative Uganda, Digitalk TV Facebook pages, and the Alternative Uganda YouTube channel.
Are you craving for that special meal that will entice your taste buds and leave you with lasting thrilling memories? Look no further. Spice Island Bulenga has got your answer. Natural, fresh and delicious juice, the best meals. Don't miss our daily specials from Monday to Sunday. Pizza Wednesday, Saturday Pizza Bonanza, you buy one and take two. Come dine with us and feel the experience. We are located at Prime Shopping Center in Bulenga, Mitiana Road. For inquiries, call us on 0704111720. Spice Island, we treat your cravings.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Wasuzo otya gwe munnange akedde naffe olunaku olwaleero olunaku lwakusatu ennaku z'omwezi ziri 25 tuli mwezi ogwa Gatonyo oba January omwaka 2023 mbaniriza nnyo program The Mighty Drive gye mugenda maaso n'okubanga mulaba era nga tuli butereevu ku page yaffe ya Alternative Uganda awamu ne Digitalk TV mu studios olunaku olwaleero twegatiddwako dda omugenyi waffe tugenda kuba twogera bintu bya luzungu. Era wenjogerera wano ngenda kuba nga switchinga nga nva mu Luganda nga nzira mu Luzungu. In the studios today, we are joined by Mr. Mahoth. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. Mr. Mahoth Rong Chieng. Yes, he's a student and he's aspiring president of South Sudanese students in Uganda. He's going to be telling us about this union or association, whatever it is. He's going to be telling us about it, and then we are going to be talking about his manifesto, the challenges these students are facing, how are they going to handle them, each and everything that concerns students, South Sudanese students in Uganda. We're going to be talking about it. So you can be part of the discussion by going to our Facebook page, that is the Alternative Uganda. So in the comment section, please drop in your comment. We'll be reading it before we come to the end of the show. That is in our second hour, which is from 9 to 10 a.m. I'm not alone in the studios as well. I'm with the Princess Farida Bikobere. Yeah, we have her in the studios. She's also, we're going to be working together till 10 a.m. in the morning. Sorry, I was going to pronounce 9 a.m., but it's from 8 to 10 a.m. in the morning. I am Princess Luwede Lillian, so welcome to the Mighty Drive. She's going to be giving us the quote of the day. I'm also eager to know the quote of the day today. She always comes with those quotes that are encouraging, that are inspiring. Me, I get to learn a lot from these quotes. So whenever she gives us a quote, yes, my ears are widely open to learn from these quotes. So let me usher her in, and she salutes you, the audience, and then she welcomes us. She welcomes the guest, and we're going to be talking about a lot. So be part of the discussion. Good morning, the Princess I am the only princess of Mnyolo here in Uganda, so I am highly privileged to be part of this discussion. It is now, this is the second Wednesday that we are talking English. You people. It is not a joke, but that is okay. I am in the studios with Princess Lilian Luede and a presidential candidate of the South Sudanese students. I normally don't pronounce people's names for as long as I am not sure of the pronunciation. For that reason, I will not pronounce his names. He will pronounce those names himself. So we copy the pronunciation from him. So for the time being, I will not pronounce his names. But he is with us in the studios. We are going to be talking the challenges that these students are facing while here in Uganda. We are going to be talking about the association. What is its mandate as an association? What is it doing for these students? And why are they having this interest in the association? He's going to be telling us his manifesto as a presidential aspirant for the association. So you who is a student of Nkomba University in particular, because he's from Nkomba University, he's doing a bachelor's in petroleum. You people, petroleum. He's doing a bachelor and he's in his third year. That is a very, very big course. So we are going to be hearing what inspired him to do such a course. Where did he get the inspiration? And given the situation here in Uganda, why would you choose such a course? Because yes, we have job scarcity, but yeah, they have some hope. We have started drilling oil in Hoima, so I think they're short of the jobs. Our quote of the day is, success at anything will always come down to this focus and effort. If you want to be successful in anything, you will only have to do things. One, focus, and two, put the effort. You cannot just focus and you're not putting in an effort and then you expect success. No, you will have to give in the effort that you have, that is in your capacity, that is in your reach, and then keep focused, so you will achieve success. It is a Wednesday and we are two women. Ladies, are we women, ladies? Are we women?
Yes.
Or we are ladies?
We are both.
Let me take the opportunity and I welcome our guest to say hi. He will be telling us a little about himself, who is
Mr. Mahoth.
Who is Mr. Mahoth?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Mahoth, I am pronouncing it right. Welcome, sir. Please say hello to our viewers.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, I'm delighted to be here. Thank you very much for the warm reception. And thank you very much for the invitation extended to me. I think she pronounced it very well. I'm by the name of Mahoth Rong Chieng, South Sudanese by nationality. Currently at Uganda University, pursuing bachelor's in petroleum and mineral geosciences. I know if you talk of petroleum, a lot of things will come to your mind.
Yeah, Farida was laughing at me because I asked whether the students who are doing petroleum are the ones who work at petrol stations. I did.
It is more than the petrol station.
So, Mr. Mahoth, I think now I got that one right. When do you come to Uganda?
I first entered Uganda on January 2016.
2016.
Yes.
That's around 7 years.
Yeah, that's around 7 years. That was in the refugees camp in the northern part of the country.
In which class?
I joined at senior 3.
Senior 3. So from senior 3 to university, you've been studying in Uganda?
I've been studying in Uganda, sure.
How has the journey been?
It has been a tough one, and it has been a very, very tough one. I'm in the northern part of our country. I'm in the northern part, we call it Unity State. And in that part of the country, our education curriculum then was quite different from what
the
Ugandan
curriculum.
In the system. Right from how you pronounce words, and the education system itself was a bit tough. But then with determination and focus, as your quote said, I did manage and I'm here.
What were the reasons to you leaving South Sudan to Uganda?
It was because of a war. Immediately after our independence in 2013, our country plunged into a very senseless war. Brothers were fighting brothers, sisters fighting sisters, a lot of displacement. you could agree with me, there are over 1 million South Sudanese refugees in Uganda today.
Yes, true. That's
so
true.
I happen to be one of them. I was actually, running away from a war zone. And on top of that, much as you being a refugee, if there are opportunities for you to access education, you will not just be sitting at home. So that is a great thank to the government of Uganda and the good people of Uganda for the hospitality offered to us since then up to now.
But we've had people in refugee camps or refugee settlements complaining about, not accessing education. So how were you able to do that?
Yeah, it's true. In the situation in the refugee camp, it's not very good. But, as I said earlier, with determination and with the little kind of education that's available, you will be able to access it. But in the refugee camp, it's also hard because even the basic needs themselves are not there. The education system itself in the refugee camp is not well equipped compared to the rest of the countries, like the rest of places like Kampala and other districts. It is so hard. But as I said, with determination, even if you have a little, you will make use of that little that you have.
Were there organizations that gave you a hand?
In the refugee camp, there are a few organizations like We Don't Trust Uganda, there's also Whitaker, the UNHCR. But to me personally, I never had that opportunity to get support,
benefit from any of those.
From any of those. Yeah.
So among the people that you managed to come with to Uganda, are there also people that managed to go through, to go back and for further studies? Because there was a lot of curfew during that time to settle in. Yeah,
there are few. There are few who get access to scholarships provided by the NGOs around. They are studying in Uganda here. Some get access to go abroad. Within those, I know. Those are, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you've completed high school. Now we're going to university.
True.
Okay. So why did you choose that course, the petroleum course?
When I joined Uganda in 2016, I said I joined Senior 3.
Yes.
That was at Panyadole Self-Help Secondary School. It is a secondary school in the refugee camp. That is Chiradongo Refugee Settlement. You have heard of it in Uganda.
Yes, I have.
Much as it has nothing much, but it's a school I'm proud of, because it is where I entered into Ugandan education system. So after my O level, I came to Kampala to pursue my A level at Namangona Parents Secondary School.
Namangona Parents.
Yes.
Okay.
So I did my A level. I did PCM, Physics, Chemistry, and Mathematics, ICT. That was in 2019, and. In 2020, I went back home.
To South Sudan?
To South Sudan.
Okay.
To offer a visit to my family because I've been away for some good 3 to 4 years.
Oh, I really thought you had come with your family.
No.
You came alone?
Yes.
Oh.
And sadly, when I was here, my father died.
Oh, sorry.
So I went to offer a visit. Me being, the elder son in the family, to offer them, the comfort that much as he has gone, we still have those, especially somebody like me and those following me, to put on his shoes and we will continue the legacy that he built. So I came here in 2019. That is when I enrolled myself in 2021. That's when I enrolled myself at Nkumba University to offer some bachelor's in petroleum and geosciences. Petroleum has been, a course that I've been looking for since my childhood. If you've been following issues in South Sudan, South Sudan is one of the oil producing countries in Africa. I think with the current energy sector in Uganda, I think Uganda will be the second in the East Africa after South Sudan. South Sudan has one of the most abundant and untapped oil reserves in the country. And it generates, a lot of revenue to our country. So me pursuing petroleum will put me, at a state where I will be able to offer, what I can manage in that sector to our people and to our communities. My own village, my own father's house, is actually a few miles away from the oil wells in Tardia's oil field. So me taking petroleum, will put me at a state where, I'll have the skill, the necessary skill to make sure, the resources we get at the oil sector will be channeled for the benefit of the people our local community and our local people.
Sorry, I am going. Yeah, you finish. Then I take you a little back from.
Yeah. Two is that you know, the way oil is being extracted currently in South Sudan is so disheartening, given, you know, the situation of our people. You know, the people, you know, are handling the oil sector in our country, you know, are foreigners. And for that, they don't put much care, you know, to our environment. There's a lot of pollution. There's a lot of, you know, contamination around there.
Yep.
So being a petroleum engineer and from the area, you know, will put me at the state where if there's anything we're undertaking, whether it is drilling, whether it is, you know, oil exploration, we will put much focus on our environment, because that is the only thing we get. And then as we move on with life, because petroleum is not renewable resources, it can finish at any time. So if you subjected our environment to too much contamination to an extent where we will not be able to do agricultural projects, then our country will be at, you know, a very great risk. Yeah.
So, I really want to take you a little back. You said you came to Uganda alone.
Yes.
So we really want to know who was supporting your education between that period.
Thank you very much. You know, I've been hearing a lot of people saying, you know, the world is wicked, there are no good people, but please.
There are good people.
There are good people here. And I came to Uganda with a brother. He's the brother to me, but, you know, a friend whom I met at high school when I was still in South Sudan.
So he's a friend who turned into a brother?
Not actually him, but also, you know, his close relative is the one supporting me since then up to now.
Oh. So by the time you went back to South Sudan, the war had ended?
The full-scale war has ended, much as there are security issues here and there, but there's relative peace as we're speaking.
Someone would really want to know, why didn't you consider doing your university studies from South Sudan?
Apparently, the education system of Uganda compared to South Sudan now, I'm a South Sudanese, I will not say, you know, it is, my country is not that okay, but to be honest, the education system in Uganda here is somehow better compared to Uganda. Two, and you know, me, you know, completed my A-level studies here. You know, put me at a position where I would prefer Uganda more the most, because even the education system in South Sudan, you know, we just finish your Form 4, then straight to the university. There is no A-level there.
There is no A-level?
Yes.
So from senior 4 you just go to university?
Yes.
Okay.
That's in South Sudan.
You said you did your A-level at
Namangona.
How was it there? Because being a student from a foreign country, I know you've been in Uganda for quite a long period of time, but that doesn't go away. I mean, that discrimination and then the bullying, how did you manage to go through that?
I think the worst bullying I received was in 2016. And, from that was at Panyadole Central Secondary School when I first joined. In Chiradongo. Because, you know, as I said earlier, I think there was experience I had, you know, was also from a lady, and it is so bad. But in Namangona, you know, I never experienced, you know, too much bullying, to be honest.
Discrimination?
I never experienced discrimination as well. So the only things that was tough on me were only books, which also along the way I overcome it. Yeah, so Namangona has been so friendly to me.
So let's talk about the Sudanese Association. Is it a union? Is it an association? When did it start, and what are its mandates? Why did you start this Sudanese Association?
Thank you. First of all, it is not a Sudanese. It is South Sudanese.
Sudan. Okay,
that is, you know, mistakes are always my Ugandan friends. For us,
we are used to the Sudan.
We are South Sudan, not Sudan. Not just Southern Sudan, we are South Sudan. Yes, South Sudan, right?
So when I say Southern Sudan, I am meaning a different type of people.
You are totally meaning a different thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we are South Sudan. Now, it is called South Sudanese Students Union in Uganda. That is, you know, a student-led organization that is bringing South Sudanese students in Uganda together. That is South Sudanese at universities and colleges levels. We felt, you know, by the virtue of us being in universities and higher learning institutions, we should be, you know, coming together, know ourselves,
share experiences,
you know, also know our challenges, we also provide collective solutions to such problems.
So when does this start?
It was started in 2007 to 2008.
2007?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it has been here in Uganda.
Okay.
And it was its headquarters at Kampala here.
Headquarters in Kampala, so it's big.
Yeah, it's a big thing. As you have heard from the name, it is South Sudanese Students Union in Uganda. So even students as far, as Elogu, their side, students as far as Oima.
Subscribe.
Yes, they do subscribe and they are part of that union.
Okay, so that means they have different branches where they work with different organizations.
Yeah. It is the same organization. Only that our system of working is for the student that we have coordinators. We have a coordinator for the northern Uganda. We also have coordinator for the eastern region. We also have coordinator for western region. But the main headquarters here is in Kampala with the executive arm of the union being here in Uganda, and also the legislative part of it.
How big is it, like in membership?
As I said, South Sudanese are many here in Uganda. So, and it is open to any South Sudanese that is in a university or in a college. So it's really, it's really big for us.
What are its main objectives as a union?
The primary objective when it was formed, first of all, is to supplement, government effort in preaching peace, love and togetherness amongst ourselves.
Okay.
And secondly, also, it will be it's a platform, to spread, things to do with HIV and AIDS, information around there, things to do with girl-child education and women empowerment, things to do with peace among ourselves. South Sudan has over 64 tribes, and because of that, there is always, tribal polarization within and around us. So we felt we should use the union, as a platform, to deconstruct the tribal sentiment that tend to divide South Sudanese around here.
Okay. Let me keep my question for the next hour. You can come in.
That's good. Okay, so I believe every union or every association has or encounters challenges. So what are some of the challenges before we go into the achievements of this union?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like you clearly put it, like any other union or any other student-led organization, there are always challenges. And the major challenge that we do face currently, is we don't have that reliable funding. We get financial support from well-wishers. We have no regular funding from our government, or we have no regular funding from any other, organized, social entity or company or any business people. We get, funds from well-wishers.
Okay.
That is, that is a major challenge because, like in any other business or any other social organization in the 21st century, if your financial status is not that okay, you will not be able, to achieve some of the objective. That is the major challenge.
So have you considered sourcing for support from the government of South
Yeah,
Sudan?
that's what we've been doing. On a yearly basis, we do set up a team to go to Juba, that's our capital city, to look for funds from our government officials, from well-wishers.
And then the government of Uganda, has it rendered support?
Not ideally, but then that's also a plan I have.
But
have you sold the idea to them?
Anyway?
Yes, it's already in the book.
It's already in your manifesto.
Yeah.
We shall reach on your manifesto later.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how does one become a member of this union?
We have 3 types of membership. We have what we call active membership. We also have dormant and associate membership.
Active,
dormant, and associate.
Dormant.
Associate. Active, dormant, and associate.
Yes.
So
what the dormant
active member do these all pay for membership?
Yes, active members now, as those that directly pay, that directly subscribe to the union on a yearly basis. Those are active members. They are eligible to vote, and one should also aspire position like I'm doing. And they, takes part in the day-to-day activities of the union.
Of the union.
Yes.
That one pays how much?
Yeah, it depends on that leadership tenure and that particular year in consultation, with the constitution. At times it can change.
We have maximum.
Currently, what we have currently,
yes,
a university like in Kumba where I am, we do pay, we've recently paid 100,000 Uganda shilling.
So, so membership is per university?
Yeah, it's per university and colleges. Okay, and a college will pay like around.
So you might find that in Kumba is paying 100,000 and Makere University are paying 150 or less.
No, university pay the same. Colleges, like institutions, will also pay the same. Yes, yeah. And the one we refer to as our associate members, these are alumni that maybe graduated some time back.
But you really want to be part of the union. But they also
want to be part of the union, maybe to share experiences or maybe to guide us, because if anyone has been here maybe 5 or 3 years back, we felt that person might have got some good insight on how the union is supposed to be run. Okay. So they will be part of us.
And the dormant members?
The dormant members also, these are those that are also in the universities at currently, but they don't meet some requirements, especially they don't meet their financial obligations.
Yeah.
So in that we refer to them as dormant members.
So do they vote?
They don't.
Yeah. For someone to be eligible to vote, you should be an active member. You should actually have paid for membership.
Yes. For you to be voted or for you to be voted, you must be an active member to the union.
Okay.
Yes.
So about the challenges you're facing as the union, you talked about the funding. Are there other challenges that you're facing?
Yes.
Okay.
There are challenges. In any kind of leadership or any platform that is bringing like around 3 or 4 people together, there is always that bit of misunderstanding here and there, given that students' issues.
That's true.
Yeah, we have got some misunderstandings, but to me personally, I always attribute such misunderstanding to the leadership in that particular year, because if the leadership is not driven by the students, there are always issues. Because much as I want to aspire to be the president, the union should not work, like as a single property now.
Yeah.
It should be driven by the students. So we have got these leadership challenges in the first few years. Another challenge, as I mentioned earlier, is tribalism. People will always want to use their tribal lines, to make things happen in the union. Like, for example, I'm from a certain, tribe.
Okay.
Maybe my tribe mates will want to vote for me because I'm from their tribe, not necessarily on the basis of maybe incompetence and capable to deliver.
So you carried the tribal tendencies from South Sudan to the union?
Yes, there are such dimensions. Another challenge as well, is the political polarization. Sometimes some few government officials would wish to support you only if you subscribe to their political affiliations.
Oh, yeah.
Which is so unfortunate. This is a non-political and non-partisan student-led organization that work for South Sudanese students, irrespective of their tribe, irrespective of their political parties. Yeah. So those are a few of the challenges that we've been facing. And also to mention, still within the leadership, there are always some corruption cases. Like, for example, after maybe securing funds from any well-wisher, sometimes that fund is not meant for the best interest of the students. Individuals within the leadership would want to turn such
to their own personal benefit.
Yes, and we've been experiencing such. That is a major problem, and it is a major obstacle that has led us to not delivering to our expectation.
Okay, I think when we come back, you're going to be telling us the measures you're going to put in place to curb these challenges.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so let's go in for a very short commercial break. When we return, we're going to be talking about a lot. He's going to be telling us about his manifesto, what he's going to be doing for the South Sudanese Students Union. I mean, what is he going to be doing for these students in different regions, in different parts of Uganda, and a lot. We're going to be talking about a lot in the second hour, so we're going in for a very, very short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome to the Snap Talk with your girl Teddy Tenjo every Saturday, right from 6 to 7.
Nakuzino twajirwa flat tami. Tukyayambala ko kugoyo obutukwata.
Wajana ku body shaming. Speak up. Gendo ba confronting gay. Obagambe ekyo kyemukola si kirungi.
Towerabira nti tuli wano ku the Alternative Digitalk. Mukwano gwange gwaliye. Topic kiki wandiyagadde twogereko. Is it about family?
Nga kize tata wange amanyira nkola n'obuvunanyizibwa nyina bungi. Era agezaako n'anyamba yambako yanda.
Naye kumukubira kumubuuzaako. Noga mama we bali kunzaala.
Is it outside family? Is it society? Oh, could it be relationships?
Come and visit, call me. Simanyanga I miss you bichi. Especially embeera y'obudde si nnungi.
Naye n'omuntu akwagalira mu season yaba takwagala ze nkubuulira.
Just be commenting nga topic yona gyandiyagadde twogereko tujja kuba tujogera kwano ku the Alternative Digitalk ku share enganzi the Snap Talk. Are you craving for that special meal that will entice your taste buds and leave you with lasting thrilling memories? Look no further. Spice Island Bulenga has got your answer. Natural, fresh and delicious juice, the best meals. Don't miss our daily specials from Monday to Sunday. Pizza Wednesday, Saturday Pizza Bonanza, you buy one and take two. Come dine with us and feel the experience. We are located at Prime Shopping Center in Bulenga, Mitiana Road. For inquiries, call us on 0704111720. Spice Island, we treat your cravings.
Fellow citizens, following the sequence of events, Uganda seems to be at political crossroads.
I'm not a servant of anybody.
Madam, I know the law.
As such, Alternative Digital brings you the Interface Show with retired Colonel Dr. Kiza Besuje.
Let's keep on the same page on Alternative Digitalk.
As he gives you the alternatives on the transition question, rule of law, human rights and freedom, youth inclusion in governance, economic stagnation, as he confirms.
I'll be always here Saturday from 10 a.m. in the morning. Be there.
Don't miss the live discussion on the Alternative Uganda, Digitalk TV Facebook pages, and the Alternative Uganda YouTube channel.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
You are still watching The Mighty Drive. It is the second hour of the show. We still have Mahoth in the studios, and he's going to be giving us his manifesto towards the students of South Sudan. But before he does that, we need to hear about has the union lived up to the students' expectations?
Like I said earlier, and the union has delivered something small.
It has delivered.
It has something
to
small,
a smaller extent.
To a small extent, true.
Oh.
But to me as a person, I think it can't go beyond what the union has achieved so far.
As an aspirant, what are those problems that are facing the students of South Sudan? From all the regions, because you might find that the South Sudan student that is in Kampala here is facing different problems as compared to someone that is in Kiliandongo or someone that is up there, Karamoja. So what are some of those problems that you have identified as you come to Aspire and solutions that you have?
Thank you very much. You know, before you offer the solution, you must know exactly what the problem is.
Yes. That's true.
And that's when whatever solution that you have will be relevant.
Yeah. Exactly.
And before I, take up the decision to run for this position, I have had, robust assessment, not only here in Kampala, but, countrywide, to see that, what the problems facing South Sudanese students in their residential areas or in their learning institution. One thing that is topping the list, is lack of financial support. Our country has been, at war, like I said, since 2013. And given the problems like, corona pandemic, the situation like our country is currently in too much flooding. That has, put some families in a state where they cannot afford, to offer support to their young ones at school. And that's, one great challenge. You will find somebody is missing an exam because of fees like low as 10,000 Uganda shilling, like 50,000 Uganda shilling. Time they cannot, do their final semester's exams because of such, fees issues. And still within the financial area, the life within around Kampala, those that I hear is somehow expensive.
That is
you
true.
First of all might get, a hostel, because you might be in position to, afford the fees. But then if you
Getting
don't
a
have
hostel.
the accommodation still,
Yes.
the study will be quite hard for you. So the whole thing of financial, incapability by most of our South Sudanese students is a great challenge that is affecting all of us, including myself. And another challenge also, this is 21st century. I believe what we are getting from class is not enough. There is need, to advance our skills, our knowledge, for one to excel, whether in the market, whether it is regional, continental, or the international market. So I felt there is inadequacy in his skills within our student fraternities. And, because for one to be able to impact society, or for one to be able, to contribute significantly to the country progress, you must possess the necessary skills that is required of you. So I also felt it should be this union, that should enable these students get such skill. That is the second challenge. Number two, like I said earlier, there is too much political polarization and too much, tribal issues within the union and within the student fraternity. So that's also a problem that we must use the union as as a source, of peace, love, and togetherness among South Sudanese themselves. And still along that line, we must also use the union, as a platform to deconstruct or demystify those narratives that tend to divide us, whether it is political division or it is tribal division. That's also, a challenge.
A challenge, yeah.
Another challenge that is mostly faced by, our females, is the issue of, the gender themselves. This union, to me, is being designed in such a way that it is very hard, for a female fella to aspire for some positions. We are in 21st century. What, a man can do, a woman can do better. So we should also use the union as a means to also bring up, our females to compete favorably with men. Where need to be, they should be given, due consideration. As far in areas like refugee camps, especially I've been in Kiadongo for some good 4 years, young girls at times cannot attend classes because of small things like sanitary pads, because they are not in position to afford that. Sometimes if one, is lucky to finish maybe their P7 or senior 4 year, they'll be sent back home by their parents to go and get married to some, wealthy or successful government officials. So that's also a challenge. We should use this union to sensitize our communities to make sure they allow girls to go to school and climb high academic ladders. So those are few problems that I have access, and I feel I'm the right person to offer solutions to such issues.
Well, yeah, he has identified 4 challenges, and we are going to be finding solutions to those 4 challenges. We are going to find solutions to each of the challenges that he has identified. If you have any questions and ideas, please in the comment section type your question, your suggestion, your idea, or I'll be reading them out to our host and he will be replying to a few of them. Now let's go to the solutions that you have. You cited gender imbalance, the financial, and, the political,
and tribal
and then the advancement of skills.
True.
So we start with the gender imbalance.
True.
How are you going to tackle the problem?
Thank you. I have got some experience. I work with the International Rescue Committee then, as you know, gender-based violence prevention officer that deals in areas to do with women empowerment and gender equality. Me as a person, I believe for a society to prosper and thrive, we must make good use of our women's knowledge, because where women are many, there is always peace.
Yes.
There's always less corruption. I truly know that.
Someone should hear that loud. Where women are many, there is always peace, there is no corruption, so really we will have a very nice society to stay in.
Yeah. And within the leadership, we must enact policies that make sure that positions that are meant for ladies, like for example in our constitution there is a secretary for gender. Okay?
Yeah.
That position must strictly be filled, you know, by ladies. 2, you know, the union is highly commercialized. Like, for you to be where I am today, you must somehow spend some good amount of money.
Oh, you must invest in.
Yes. And that, you know, has made it a challenge for girls, because, you know, girls sometimes don't have the same, you know, privileges as men, especially in our family structures.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can give you some money as a boy to go out, but they don't give such, you know, money to.
So how much are you paying to stand as a presidential candidate?
It's too much. Like
too much.
Like as a student level, it's too much, because I recently paid 300,000 Uganda shilling as application fees.
That is too
and
much.
Still
for
on
sure.
top of that, there are also campaigns here and there. You understand that? So it has really made it, you know, so expensive.
Yeah,
a time that, you know, I felt females don't have such privileges at home that we're getting because of our family structures, social, you know, structures. You understand?
Yes.
African social family structures. Time they give money to boys and they don't give such to, you know, to females. Number 2, because of these quarrels that we've been having in the leadership, because of these fight leadership things, you know, women and ladies are peaceful. They will not go. They will not wish to go where there are always fight.
We shall not cause chaos.
Yes. So if we have, first of all, we must have, you know, peaceful transfer of power whenever, you know, a term comes to an end.
How long is the term?
Like it is 1-year leadership tenure. Like this, like the election that I'm participating in now, would have taken place last year around October, but because of leadership wrangles, and rift, we are up to here now.
So you also have a constitution?
We have a constitution that's always violated by leaders. Okay, so all such issues, the leadership wrangles, the union being highly commercialized, at some time tend, you know, to deter young ladies to aspire for this position.
But I don't think it's only young ladies. I mean, it's two-way. It's both genders.
Yes, it is both gender. But I'm bringing this, you know, the aspect.
We are solving
because of our because our family structures. Like I was saying, in African family, like even where there are cows, boys will always be given cows, but girls will not be given. So a boy will use that cow, you know, to get what he wishes. So and a lady that would wish for the same will not have, you know. So
why aren't ladies given cows?
I think that is a question you should ask maybe to the Minister of Gender in the Uganda government. You have more information for that. Okay, it has much things to do with the African values and norms.
Yeah.
So within my leadership now, I've allocated, so, you know, I'm running with some competent ladies. the general secretary that I'm running with is now a lady. Yeah, very, very, very competent lady that I hope South Sudanese students will vote for, because I know it will also give hope to our young ladies that are not willing to come for this position. And before I forget also, you know, we regard to this as politics.
Yes.
And at times, you know, ladies do shy away from politics.
Exactly.
Yes. So we also want to use this union, you know, as a positive, you know, as a positive ground for one to learn leadership skill. Not necessarily politics where people fight and, you know, people blackmail each other.
Yes.
Okay. That will also, you know, attract, you know, young ladies to come and take up leadership positions. Yeah. Yeah. So those are, you know, policies that I believe if put in place, you know, would attract meaningful participation from young ladies and women outside there.
Okay. So on the outgoing cabinet, aren't there any women on the cabinet?
At the outgoing cabinet, the vice president is a lady, as in our constitution. If the president is a man,
the vice president should be a woman.
Vice president is a woman. But sometimes, you know, sometimes it's not on the position, it depends, you know, on the voices.
So
okay.
If the president is a woman, the vice president should be a man.
Should be a man. But what I mean, you know, by meaningful participation here is not just holding leadership position.
But do they have the power to decide?
Do you have the power to also effect change?
Make decisions.
If to also be part of decision making? Yes, that's what I truly mean, you know, by being inclusive in the participation.
So there's only one woman on cabinet.
Last year, there was the vice president was a lady, and what else again? I don't remember anything. Maybe those just my deputies.
But so the cabinet comprises of how many members?
It comprises of around 19 posts.
19 posts.
Yes, around.
And there's only one woman.
Yeah, last year there might be around two. There might be around 2 or 3, but maybe I'm just forgetting because there are less around.
That woman, I don't really think she has power, because when does the vice president work? In case, maybe there are cases when the president is
away.
But when we have an active president, the vice president will not work. They will not make any decisions. They will just be there holding the position without making any changes.
Yeah, but also sometimes it depends on the president himself. Or much as you are active, I don't think you will not wish your immediate advice not to you know take part in decision making, because it depends on responsibilities.
Because
like for me, I'm also now my immediate running mate. The vice president is also a lady. Even within our campaign, there are responsibilities I all allocated to her. She's the person, you know, to take charge of everything.
So no, wait. You should aspire for the position of the vice president.
Yes. Yes. Our constitution, you know, emphasize that for one to be, you know, clear to run for the position of presidency, you must have a running mate. And that running mate must be an opposite sex. If you are a man, he should be.
You have a running mate who is a woman. Okay.
I thought it's like Uganda, where the president chooses the vice president.
No,
but anyway,
yeah.
On the issue of the financial challenge issue that you mentioned earlier,
yes.
How are you going to work on that?
You know, finance is the hinge or nucleus of any organization or any other business. So if your finances are not that okay, I don't think you will be able to deliver much. First of all, when we are mobilizing for funding.
Yes.
I have skills because last year I've been serving as a vice president for NAD University and Colleges Student Union in Uganda. That is a student association for sectional students, not South Sudanese at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So the experience I got there is actually the one, you know, parachuting me, you know, to also aspire for this leadership position. Last year when we were mobilizing for fund, first of all, when you're mobilizing fund, you must have values.
Yes,
that must guide you. Okay. As I said earlier, there are some politicians that would wish to support you because you ascribe, you know, to their political affiliation. But to me, I'm not ready, and I'm not, you know,
you're
prepared.
An partisan.
I'm not partisan. Okay. Yes. What guides me in farm mobilization is we have project like this. I have a project book like this. Is on the webcam, and it will be printed soon. And within that booklet, we have detailed all our program that we want to undertake the short-term,
long-term.
long-term ones. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we are approaching you as a politician, we will approach you on a angle that we have things that need to be supported, and if you support them, it will be for a greater good for the students of South Sudan in Uganda. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I target government officials. I also target private companies. I also target non-governmental organizations. Like I also said, I also target government of Uganda because we are in Uganda. We are also operating under Ugandan jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So we look for support from such people. If we get such support, sometimes that support is granted and the leadership misuses, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
Sometimes support will be given out based on who you know, your brother, your relative.
Exactly.
Not necessarily who deserves it. Okay? Yes. Let's say if we get funding and maybe we want to offer support.
Yeah.
How do you know that she's in great need of help than her?
Than the other.
Okay? We have a position called Secretary of Education that's in charge of site. So I felt before we launch any student financial support, we need to undertake credible study on who needs help. Okay, because not all South Sudanese are in the same state financially. Okay, I may need money for exam. Maybe she's in need of money for hostel. We will be able to compare to weigh the needs.
Yeah.
Okay, what should be the priority? So with the education department, with our financial department, with support from our legislative assembly, or what we refer to as the council, we will be able to form a committee that will go to each and every school and check the needs of students in that particular learning institution. Then we will be able to come and compare, so that we come with an informed list of who needs the help first. Because we might give you money, but then you don't need that money. That is a waste. That is a wastage. Our little resources must be channeled to where they deserve, where they require.
Okay. On that very issue, supposing you get the funds.
Yes.
Do you have the planned activities that, okay, when we get such and such a fund, we are going to do this and the other? Because as a union that has been in existence for about 16 years, you should have an income generating thing that you are not dependent on funding.
As we are speaking, I mean, your studio here, we don't have such income generating, ventures. We don't have them. But it's also part of my plan that, us looking for fund always put us at, disadvantaged position.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I say, sometimes we may see the money from politicians,
because
but if we are
some money will come with strings attached.
Yes, with the strings attached to them, right? So I also felt we should be financially independent. Okay?
Yes.
We should be financially independent. Like I said, we are looking for partnership from non-governmental organizations. Okay? Because it is the work we're doing also, like some organization does that work. Like, for example, in the area to do with gender empowerment, there are organizations doing such. So we are also looking for partnership with NGOs that where we need support, they should also know for our support. That will be somehow better compared to maybe running after a certain politician that want us, that want to give us money and would also, put his tribal, his political interest in that money and that support. So that always put us at, a disadvantaged position.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You talked about the issue of commercialization of politics in the union.
Yeah.
How are you going to handle that issue? Because it's barring a lot of people from contesting. And this is a youth-led union.
True.
Where a few people are working and most of the people in the union are still students. Yeah. So how are you going to advocate for that?
What I wish to do here is, first of all, is sensitization within the student fraternity. Because if we sensitize ourselves that we should elect leaders to this position based on their characters, integrity, competence, and credibility. Yeah. Two, within our constitution, my first few months of electing to those places is to suspend the constitution in a way that we allow for general amendment, such that we include general views of the student into the union policies.
Okay.
Like the union requires institutions, to pay. Okay.
Yeah.
there are sometimes institutions that are not in position to pay because these are just a students' body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But then if they don't pay, like for example, where I am in Atinkumba, if we are not in position to pay 100,000 Uganda shilling, is it necessarily that we should be banned from running or we should ban from the association? And maybe if we have the plans, like I have the plans and I also have the vision for the union. Yeah. So to me, it depends on the policies that are within the union. Yeah. So we enact policies that are favorable, to students, given the condition that they are not financially, well off. Yes.
Okay. I think tutuse ku dakiika 22 ezakayita ku ssaawa esatu ez'amakya. It's still a mighty drive. You can drop in your comments. We'll be reading them before we come to the end of the show today. It's still a mighty drive, and in the studios we have Mr. Mahoth. Yes, I believe I'm pronouncing the name very well. Mr. Mahoth Rong Chieng, yes. So we have him in the studios today. We are talking about students' challenges, students' issues. Issues affecting them as South Sudanese students in Uganda. So we are going to be talking about a lot from here. But I would like for you to talk about the issue of discrimination in different institutions where students are in the central region, in the eastern region, in the northern region. As the president, how are you going to handle that?
Yeah, like in the past few years also, the union has been dominated by those within Kampala. So attention were not given to students that were maybe in the northern part of the country, the eastern and also the western part of the country.
Yes.
Attention was only given to those that are within Kampala. Like this year, I've already made a plan that I reach out to most of these regions. Okay? And when election comes, we have students that will participate from these regions. They will be transported up to Kampala for them to participate in election. And them being participating in election will not just end there. They must be part of the whole, must be part of the whole union. So that one will demystify the issue of, discrimination based on residential areas. Number two, the biggest threat we have in terms of discrimination, as I said earlier, is the tribal one. Okay? Yeah. Like for example, I say
tribal and political.
Yeah, tribal and political. Sometimes political is less. This tribal one is too much. Right? Like I said earlier, someone would wish to vote for you only if you are from
a certain tribe.
From a certain tribe. Okay? Yeah. And sometimes you find that the union is sometimes being dominated by a certain tribe. Given maybe that they are the majority.
If the president is from a certain tribe, then you see a lot of people from that particular tribe on the cabinet.
Yes. So that is one thing that we are the students of South Sudan here, need to look into critically. Okay? Because if we don't look into that critically, it is putting our union at the threat of extinction. Because some people sometimes feel this is not for us, this is for certain people, so we should be we should not be part of this. Okay. Yes, even last year we had our friends from certain region. They quoted some issues around tribal issues, that the union is being dominated by a certain specific group. So they wanted to withdraw away. Yeah. So to me as a person, that should be solved through inclusion government in terms of our diversity as South Sudanese. Executive position or leadership position should not be dominated by a certain specific group. Because you cannot tell me leaders will only come from certain tribe. No. There are those that are capable within, like around some tribe, and they must be part of such, whether they are from a small tribe or they are a big tribe. They must be given such opportunities. Okay. And they must serve us.
So you talked about skill advancement.
Yes.
How do you plan to go about that challenge?
Thank you. Like I said earlier, sometimes what we get in class is not enough.
That is exactly.
There is need to go beyond what we have in classes. We will get skills from NGOs. We will get skills from government institutions, private companies. We will partner with this institution and we will request for training from them. Like I would already done some good step. There is East African regional integration. Yeah. And there is East African regional charter. we need to educate ourselves, our young people, our students. What is it all about? What is our role in East African regional integration as students? Okay, and I'm not being judgmental here, but sometimes as South Sudanese, we felt that there are things we are not getting, maybe because we are not updated up to the required skills compared to our counterpart from Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, and the like. Okay, so if you go to deep villages of South Sudan and you ask somebody what is East Africa, you likely not to get an answer because they don't know what East African is, East African region is. So those are the skills I felt should be imparted to our students through such organized institutions like East African Legislative Assembly. I have friends that are connected to those that are from the members of East African Legislative Assembly, and they are willing to offer us such trainings. Even within the level of the continent, we have African Union Agenda 2063. So what is that agenda all about? That agenda will be delivered by students like us. So if I myself don't know what that agenda is all about, then what will I contribute to the continental advancement?
Of course you can't.
I can't contribute nothing. So we will also look for trainings from African Union. I also have requested some people, they are ready to guide us on how to get such trainings. And it's still, even within here, we need skills like entrepreneurship skills, leadership skills, communication skills. There are institutional organizations here that will offer such skill. Even in areas to do with human rights, anti-corruption things. Okay. Even you can even go to Uganda Anti-Corruption Commission and we request them that we need trainings in it has to do with corruption. How do we fight corruption within our students, leadership, and that will also give us a skill that in any case he won't find himself or herself in a bigger position, we will be able to fight corruption at your levels. So those are the skills I feel should be imparted to students. Not only that, we also have the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, South Sudan is part of the region, and within the is part of the continent, and also part of the global community. Okay, if our country is advancing, we must advance within the interest of the region, continent, and the whole world. Okay, we need to know what is the world after. So those are the skills I feel should be imparted to our students for them to be responsible citizens that will impact societies once leave school.
You talked about the issue of corruption as one of the challenges the union is facing. How are you going to address that?
The first thing to fight corruption is adhering to what our constitution says. For example,
but then you said some of the members in the union don't follow the constitution.
Yeah, for somebody that is not willing to follow constitution, you must use constitution to make sure he or she follows. Like how? First of all, we need to assess the status of the union. Is it legally registered or not? If it is legally registered, then we will use the legal procedures, to fight somebody that has embezzled student funds. Like for example, if you have looted like 100,000 Uganda shilling, we will take it to the court of law. Yes, this person has embezzled our public funds that are meant for students, and the court of law will see in taking into consideration, what our constitution says. So I'm saying we will use constitution to fight corruption, because if I use my own ways, what if such ways will only be beneficial to me?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we will use the constitution to fight such corruption. How? One, if we have a union account, we have signatories, to that union account. There must be no transaction without maybe the 3 required signatures.
It is
from the president, the secretary general, and the secretary of finance, the treasurer here. Okay. If the president himself want to go and withdraw, he will not be able to withdraw on his own without the signatures of the two. If the finance want to withdraw, they must get authorization from the secretary general and also the president himself. Okay. And anything that we want to fund, it must be clearly tabulated. Okay. From first by the executive. If the executive approves, we must present it, to the council, which is our parliament. Then we vet: is it a genuine process? For some time we might, undertaken a process that only benefit those in the executive, maybe to get personal gains. Okay, we must also present it, to the council. Then the council will either give it a go ahead or not. With their own reasons, if they don't give it a go ahead, then we see it is union. We will not be able to take that. Yes.
Okay, if you are a South Sudanese student and you are listening to this conversation or discussion, you should be feeling like, yeah, we have the best candidate. Like, so how many are you contesting for the president?
And so far we are 2.
So far, why do you feel you are the best candidate?
Thank you so much. You know, you will not say you're the best candidate based on maybe on the words you talk. Sometimes politicians can talk, but they don't walk the talk, right?
Most of them.
Yes. But sometimes there are plans that might convince you.
Yeah.
Okay? Together with the track record, where you come from.
Yes.
One might be in position to conclude whether you are the right person for the position or not. Like I said earlier, I have got good leadership experience.
Yeah.
Right from my secondary studies to where I am. I also got experience in humanitarian sector. I work with NGOs, okay? And the recent leadership experience where I was in a position to mobilize funds for 26 students within our sector at North communities.
Then that means we are going to bank on your contacts. You have contacts.
Now, if I can mobilize funds, and the funds I was mobilizing as an individual
without a position.
Yes, I was a vice president then. Okay, I was a vice president then. But because of it being, like a sectional student organization, sometimes it is hard, to get support from other people that are not within.
Yeah.
But I went above that. I got support from, government officials that were not our tribe members.
Government officials in Uganda or in South Sudan?
In South Sudan.
Okay.
Okay, in South Sudan. Yes. So I have the right plans for the students.
Okay.
If they want this union to deliver the best,
yeah,
I'm the right person for this position. Okay. If they want this union to deliver the best.
Yes.
I want, this union to be bigger than where it is. First of all, like I said earlier, currently, we don't have an independent office. Okay? Our office is within our embassy.
Oh.
Sometimes that always limits, that always limits us.
You do not have an office as a
union? We don't have an office as union here. Okay? My plan is, first of all, South Sudanese Union must have, an independent office like this one. Okay?
Yes.
So that we also, we attract, the right support.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if you want to create partnership with certain organization, as individual, you will not be able to create partnership with an organized entity.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Yes. So I believe if we have that office, we will be able to create a strong partnership with good organization that will be able to support us. Right?
Yeah.
And that office will be there, as long as this union lives.
Okay.
Yes. 2.
That's a good one.
Second is our students themselves. We're not part of decision making in the first few years, especially in the previous leaderships. Sometimes president will just come sign an order that the thing must be implemented without knowing that is this in the best interest of the students or not.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. With the aspiring secretary general, the information secretary, and all relevant departments, we will provide a platform that give us direct contact with the students at the grassroots.
Yeah.
Okay, our projects must be defined by them, not us.
True.
Okay, we will just be there to facilitate what they want. Okay, that will also bringing the issue of inclusivity within us. Second is that we must put focus in the refugee camps.
Yeah.
The needs in the refugee camps are much higher than the needs around Kampala.
Yes.
Because for us, like me, I believe if you are in Kampala, you are somehow okay.
You are
even where you are sleeping is somehow okay. Compared to a refugee child
in a refugee settlement.
In the refugee settlement. Okay. Maybe in Kampala, you may get your breakfast, you get your lunch, you also get your supper.
Yeah.
But the child, a South Sudanese student in the refugee camp, is not even aware of where to maybe get
lunch.
food.
To get lunch
yes,
from, yeah.
to get lunch from. Okay? Much as we might not provide for them land, but we provide for them, opportunities for them to access education.
Yeah.
Okay? We also want to use the union to offer career guidance to this young one following us. What does it want for somebody to undertake a petroleum engineering at the university? What does it take for one to be a doctor? Okay? Yeah. Because sometimes they don't have this information. Like if you ask somebody in the secondary now, maybe they are doing they are doing very well in areas to do with geography and maybe history. And if you ask them of their aspiration, what they want to be in the future, somebody will tell you they want to be a doctor. Okay? That is a mismatch, right?
Exactly.
Yes, because your career must, align with your passion and your strength.
So that is career guidance.
That's we also will use this unit to offer a career guidance to our young ones.
Wow.
Okay, especially those in the refugee camp. Because I had the opportunity to study in the refugee camp. I know the challenges they are going through.
Yeah.
Even getting a soap sometime for one to wash their uniform is also hard.
It's hard.
Okay,
Yeah.
like I said, even getting sanitary pad for a female student is actually very hard. Also in that area, in the area of partnership, I have already spoken now to some organizations that would wish to support us in the area to do with gender empowerment, gender equality. I've identified already one organization. It's called I Am Nyatogi Foundation. That is an organization formed by a South Sudanese American. She lives in America, but she's currently in South Sudan. That they will give support, to single mothers.
Oh, that's
like
good.
For example, in our society, if a lady is impregnated, then that is the whole of her. We don't even want to associate with that lady.
Oh.
Okay. But her giving birth does not mean her full human potential is now wasted. No. They should be supported, to climb high academic ladders for them to be able, to either give back to the families where they are or to the whole country. So all such programs, I divided them into three.
Yeah.
There's what I call the student development, where the skills will come in.
Yeah.
Okay. There's what I call the student service. That is where the financial support will come in, giving back to our communities will also come in. I also have what they call students productivity and excellence. Okay. Like sometimes also students are taking their courses at school for granted. You'll find somebody, they would be the best doctors in their field. Okay.
Yeah.
But they are not serious to that extent. Like what I'm trying to say here, I want our South Sudanese student to be the best. Not
you want someone who is doing chemistry to be serious.
Yes, you must. If you're doing a chemistry related courses, we will encourage you to be the best in that field. So that when times come for you to be in South Sudan, you will also deliver. Because we need, to be honest, we need skills, concrete skill for us to be able, for our country to level up the rest of the country, like within the region. If you go to Juba now, and you've been in Kampala for some good time, you will ask somebody where is the capital city, and you are already within the capital city of South Sudan. Okay?
It's really hard to identify you are in the capital
we
city.
might not be in the same level because of the circumstances where we have been.
The insecurity.
Okay, the insecurity. We just got independence recently.
Yeah.
But then if we have the necessary skill also, I believe where we are is not where we are supposed to be. We're supposed to be at some good state.
But then where you are right now is not where you were a few years back.
The level of progress itself matters, right?
Yeah.
If you can, be able to go to the other side of the road, if you're supposed to go to the other side of the road, why do you then stop in the middle of the road? When you have the whole capability to go to the other side of the road. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to mean. Yeah. I'm not saying our Juba should be like Nairobi, other cities, just at once. But
there should be steps.
Yes, there should be steps that are clear to us. And that process will only be affected by students like us, not our fathers. Yeah. Our fathers did their part. They fought for 21 years for that country to be independent.
Yes.
The country is now independent, okay?
Yeah.
Then what does it take now for country to advance, either in terms of technological advancement, in terms of economy, in terms of everything, okay? We don't need the skills our father used last 30 years when they were fighting. Their skills were only limited to the bush by then.
Yeah.
But this time around, we need skills that are tailored, to meet, you know, the international standards.
The 21st century
the 21st
standard.
century skill, the 21st century standard. As you clearly put
We
it.
have talked about the problems of the union, talked about the challenges of the union. We need to look at the achievements of the union. We believe that achievements, however small they are.
Yeah.
What are these achievements?
Like I said earlier, much as the union has not delivered much, you know, there are always things to appreciate.
Yes.
Like last year, there were some few students that were supported. And I'm sure such students were able, you know, maybe to complete their semester exams, or one was doing a clearance for graduation.
Yeah.
I'm sure if they are now graduated,
the credit goes to the union.
The credit now goes to the union.
Yeah.
Two, and this is the best thing that I always appreciate. South Sudanese Student Union in Uganda is the only social platform that brings South Sudanese together here. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know whether you are getting what I mean. There is no any other organization, there is no any other social organization
that is
bringing
us
together.
Okay?
Okay?
So it's the only one.
Yes, given our diversity as South Sudanese in terms of tribe and in terms of cultures. South Sudanese Student Union is the only social organization that is bringing us together. So what does that mean? It is the only organization that is working to unite South Sudanese, irrespective of their tribe, irrespective of their regions where they come from.
Yeah.
So as South Sudanese students, we must toil, we must work very hard to make sure this union lives. Because if it doesn't, let's say for example, if you know it's destroyed today, that means I'll go to my tribe, the other one will go to their tribe, the other one will go to the... And that is a full investment on tribalism.
So in general terms, they have scored towards creating unity.
True. Yes, that's an achievement that, you know, I must appreciate.
And then rule of law, have they?
The rule of law has not been very good. Like I said earlier, we were supposed to have election last year.
They have violated the constitution.
Okay? And we are here. We are here right now. Even the dates for election is not yet known. Okay? Yes. That has something to do, you know, with the rule of law and accountability. We must be accountable to the Constitution. What the Constitution says, we must follow. But then it has not been followed. Yeah, but I'm hopeful if we conduct elections today or tomorrow, and South Sudanese students elect me in, they will not regret. We will create, you know, a strong institution that must follow. Like for example, if the leadership is supposed to step down maybe on October, I'll work very hard to make sure that one is followed.
Okay.
Okay. So
what's your slogan?
My slogan is Giant leaps toward union reform and transformation.
I beg your pardon?
Giant leap towards union reform and transformation.
Means what?
Giant, big, a big one. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. The only big opportunity that we have to make sure our union is reformed and transformed.
As we aspire, we all look at winning. Supposing the coin flips to the other side and you are not voted in as the president.
True.
Are you willing to work together with the person that will be voted as the
That
president?
is what democracy entails. This is a democratic process. It is a democratic exercise. If a student felt that there is an alternative, okay? To be honest with you, in a fair ground, if maybe my competitors, you know, go through,
whether fair or unfair,
I will humble myself, offer them my support where I can, and I'll work with them to make sure what the ideas that I have will be delivered. Because what we are after, what I'm after here, is not Mahoth being the president. I'm not after maybe being famous or what. But then I want, you know, the right engine to facilitate the ideas. Okay?
Yes.
If South Sudanese go to the other side, South Sudanese student, I'll fight also how to make sure my ideas, okay, are also accommodated by my competitor and they are delivered. If these things are delivered, like student service, student development, student productivity and excellence, okay, if they are delivered, then what will I want?
You will have scored.
I've already, that's the desire of, you know, every South Sudanese around.
Yeah.
But then, by the look of things, I don't know why would one deny themselves opportunity they deny themselves opportunity,
I mean,
you know, to
these
vote
are
in.
elections. We have someone who wins, we have someone. Because we also have people who have the best ideas like yours.
True.
And then they're not given that opportunity.
True.
Lillian, you have proved you can pronounce these South Sudan names very properly, so you should go through those comments.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think I have a few of them here. The other ones I'm not able to to access them. But Gore Kwal is on. Thank you so much for watching. Kwanen Riek says the president to be Mr. Mahoth Rong. Yeah, thank you so much, Kwanen. Bolteni says good luck. Thank you so much. Nicole Peter says good luck. And then Team Joseph Deng Malwal is also on. The other ones have gone
Someone
up.
is watching from Khartoum.
Yeah, that one who's watching from Khartoum. I'm also looking for the comment here. I'm not able to see it right now. They've gone up, so I can't. I
have identified Mr. Mahoth has only mobilized his supporters to watch this show. They have no questions. They're only in support. Yeah, that is okay, Mr. President. We wish you good luck. They're already calling him Mr. President before even
the
voted.
elections. But someone has sent me a question here. Does the union work together with students, with youths, or with people who are done with school?
Yeah, and like I already explained, the types of membership within the union, and that side of associate membership.
That one that is not in university,
yes,
but is a South Sudanese, and
yeah,
we want
even those that finish their university studies, there are such opportunities for them to also to be part of us. They also be guiding us. So literally, this is a youth-led organization. Okay, it is a youth-led organization that is working for the interest of the youth and that is working with the youth. The youth are the students in this particular case. All right. Yeah, because those in Uganda here, like majority of them are are students here. That's why we put it as a student organization or student union.
Yeah, you have
just to be specific.
Okay,
as we conclude the show, you have pointed about all these things, skill advancement, but you haven't talked about the connections when someone is outside school. Are there any plans of you connecting us to some job opportunities in case there are?
Yeah, students will not remain students forever.
That is true.
Like me, maybe after my studies, I don't want to go and work in South Sudan. And then the whole working environment in this 21st century is all about connection.
Yeah, true.
Okay, we are also using this union to create connection. Okay, like we are from different tribes, we are from different states, right? So it is also a platform for one to consolidate support, future support, if one is running for a certain position in the future. So we will use the union to look for connections, either with government institution, with NGO, with private companies, or with any organized entity that will offer either it is internship, because even our students are getting problems in getting internship placements. We can also use the union to get for in internships.
No,
right? Yeah, that will also.
There is a question there, Lillian. Have you seen it?
Yeah, Kennedy Lumori asks what position is given to the delegates. Delegates? I don't know. Delegates. I thought he's meaning delegates.
That what?
I really think
what
so.
position is given to the delegates?
At what position is being given to delegates? Okay, now, I don't know whether I've talked about this. The election itself. It's not, every student that will come and participate in these elections. In university, in a college, in university, 5 members will come and vote. In university, only 5. In a college, only 3 people will also come and vote. Okay? Those are one we refer to now as delegates.
Okay.
Now, within the delegates, those who are also aspiring for different positions will also aspire. You will not aspire a position if you are not a member of these delegates within your learning institution.
Why is it like that? Why are you barring others from voting?
And I don't know those who designed it earlier, because it is what is in place. But I think they are trying, to make, if everyone is participating, it will be a rigorous process.
There should be reforms around that.
It's not because there have been some complaints that the union is only limited to certain specific people, maybe the 5 or 3.
Oh.
Okay. Much as we cannot change the voting process, but we can change the working process. We may not work only in the best interest of the 5 people, but we will make sure we go deep into the institution themselves.
Okay, thank you so much.
So the delegates, those who will get executive position will be executive members. Those who will not will be regarded as council or the parliament, the members of the parliament now.
No.
Okay, they also have work to do. They will make sure they keep the executive in check.
Okay.
They'll be checking on us, the project we are to take. Are they substantial? Are they productive? Are they in the best interest of the students? If not, it is the delegate to tell us now, no, this one is not working. This one is not going through. The president is working for himself, and they will inform, the entire student fraternity that the direction the unit is taking is not the right one.
Okay.
So to answer him, the delegates have, a great role in this.
Okay. Malia. Is it Malia or Malaya? No, there is a name here.
It should be Malia.
Malia Gatyang, watching from HQ Wagala. Thank you so much for watching. Gatlwak Boss says, all the best, Mr. President. I'm watching you from Khartoum.
Right.
And then this other one, I failed to pronounce it very well, but it has Yok Ngwen. Thank you so much for watching. It says, wish you good luck. Mark Yayo, fly high, Mr. President to be. Manyal Ball Gatkos says, all the best, Bloody. Kenneth Lumori says, I will love to listen it until it got finished. Okay, noted. Yok Ngwen, the other name I can't pronounce it well. Watching from Mayenga. Okay.
I think Mayenga.
Faroz Mwonge, thank you so much for watching. Jeremiah Mochibi, thank you so much for watching. I think those are some of the comments that have been sent. So I would like to thank all these people for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for commenting. You don't have questions. You've not sent questions. So I believe Mr. Mahoth has exhausted everything that you wanted to know. So your closing remarks.
Thank you very much. Before I issue my conclusive remark, I want to thank you very much, the Digitalk, for the opportunity given to me and for hosting me. It's a pleasure being here. Secondly, also I want to register once again my profound thanks and gratitude to the good people of Uganda and their government for the hospitality.
Okay.
There are a lot of countries South Sudanese are in, but the good living atmosphere we have in Uganda is not in other places, not in other countries.
Yeah.
That is something very, very special that we cannot take for granted. So, and I'm sure there are a lot of things that connects Uganda to South Sudan.
Oh, okay.
I'm very sure everyone is aware of such. So we must make sure, we use such connection, for the mutual benefits of the mutual interests of the two countries.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we are also working, like my inspiration is, I'm also working very hard, to work hand in hand with the National Student Union of Uganda. I've been following them. And,
because, sorry to cut you short, because there was a question here that says, to him, Mr. Norman comments and asks, are there moments where the association has met with Uganda's UNSA or other associations for some notice sharing?
I've never heard of any. If there is any, then I've never heard of it. But this year, we are also working hard to work hand in hand with them, because these are our counterparts. Yeah. And we must also share experience and knowledge.
That's great.
I'm sure they also know how best we should conduct ourselves within the Ugandan atmosphere. Okay. My conclusive remark is to the South Sudanese student watching. Thank you so much, for taking your time to listen to this show. I want to tell you that this is the only best, chance for you to get the union to the desirable state. Yeah. Because as I might remind you, how our students played a very crucial role during the liberation struggle. That was during the armed struggle. How our then the forefathers, leave their studies to make sure they go to the bush and liberate for us the country. This time around is also another liberation itself. Yeah. We must make sure we liberate our people from tribalism. We liberate our people, from corruption. We liberate our people from ill things that are making our country hostage. So thank you so much. Once time for election comes, please don't hesitate to vote for me, because that is the only engine that will facilitate your interest.
I want to argue everyone that is on our live to subscribe. Please subscribe. You see, the benefit is that when he is voted into that position, we are going to bring him back here to ask him questions whether he is putting into what he has said throughout this discussion. So you should be subscribing to our page so that when that time comes, you get a notification. Hey, we are having Mahoth on the show. So you should give in the questions if they are in. So you do that by subscribing. Go to the page, the Alternative Uganda or Digitalk TV, subscribe and then press the notification button. You will get those notifications when we have any other candidate from the union. We might have any other candidate that is aspiring to be the president, to compare notes, to see who is the best candidate. So you who will be listening in, you will know who has the best interest for the union and who has the best interest for themselves. You have been good viewers from where we started at 8 a.m. up to here. I want to thank you very much for one, buying your data, and two, staying on the live up to here for the 2 hours. Thank you so much.
There are people here who have just sent in their comments. Thank you so much, Ms. Farida. Yes, Thomas. How will you manage to visit those students in refugee camp settlement, Mr. President? I think you've answered this.
Yes.
Mr. President. Bawar Joe Riek says, well done, Mr. President. To be your commitment and dedication has helped you attain this post. Patient is always bold to succeed. Yeah, thank you so much, Bawal, and thank you so much, our viewers, for keeping it the Alternative Digitalk from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Thank you so much for being part of this discussion. I believe Mahoth has exhausted everything that you wanted to know about the South Sudanese Students Union. Yeah, thank you so much. Munange kakati mu luzungu tuvuddeyo, njagala mbizzeemuko mu Luganda bingi nnyo byayogeddeko byagenda okubanga akola oba byagenda okubanga ateeka mu nkola bw'anaabanga aweereddwa omukisa oba bw'anaabanga alondeddwa okulembera abayizi oba aba students okuva mu South Sudan. Munange eno union yegattirwamu abayizi ab'enjawulo okuva ate mu regions ez'enjawulo mu ggwanga lino erya Uganda. So tolowooza nti bali mu Kampala wokka, wabula ate bakola ne abalina ba coordinators okuva mu regions ez'enjawulo. Mwebale nnyo mwenna abateeseeza, naye nga ku ssaawa 5 ez'amakya g'olunaku olwaleero tosubwa retired Justice Professor George Wilson Kanyihamba agenda kubaawo olunaku olwaleero nga yongera okutanya ku nsonga za ssemateeka n'ebirala bingi nnyo ebigwate mu kkowe eryo. Mwebale nnyo mwenna abatwekumiddeko. Nze omumbejja Luwedde Lilian mbadde n'omumbejja Farida Bikobere, so nga te ku kamera kubaddeko omukyala Teddy Tenjo Nabukeera, mu control mwali omwami Mukose Arnold Anthony eyokulaba nga ate programu eno ebeeranga bwe mugirabe olunaku olwaleero. Kambagaliza okubeera bulungi. Good morning.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.